Again, just to show you I'm not cheating. There we go. Look it on here. Going to here is 4650. Coming to this corner. 4650. I'll go to this wall. It's already nailed down from earlier. 5780. We're going here. Again, that's our shower waste in there, not a hole. 5780. Perfectly square house. Up the bricky. All brickies framed houses, they'd be perfect. So we're just about to start nailing all our sole plates down here for our timber frame. Starting frame tomorrow. What I've done here is put a nail here in this one, a nail up that end, put a line in. I've packed it out with a piece of OSB. I've packed it out down there with a bit of OSB, and then I'm going to come up the whole line and nail it to the OSB. What I've also done is I've put the crook, I've sided the timber and put the crook in the ways. So I nailed it off at this joint in the middle here first, and after I've nailed it on that joint, I'll then come down, and if it's bowed out from the line, I can put a screw in with my hammer and use the leverage of the hammer to pull the timber out to the line. This is also sort of going to be a review. I've got a Freeman concrete pinner here. So you put a nail in, it's pneumatic, so you'll see that in operation too. It's actually a good gun. It's a cheap brand, but in the space of one timber frame in Hilti caps, I've saved the price of the gun in Hilti caps. This is now the third job using it, so it saved me about 400 quid so far. And it's a lot easier to use, a lot better to use. It's easier on your wrist and arm, there's less movement involved. Again, these are 82mm Hilti type nails. This is the big nail. They're 7.5 kilonewton blocks. As you can see, it's driving them no problem. Whenever we're doing these, they need to be 300 on center, 50mm stagger. You have to be a minimum of 20mm in from the outside of the board. Again, 82mm nails, 7.5 kilonewton block. The 75mm nails, it drives first go every time. I just use 82s because they're that wee bit longer. Again, this gun has saved me, I think it was £120 to get this gun delivered, and in one house it saved the price of it. I've used the 3 houses, it saved me about £400 in Hilti caps. So if you're considering getting one of these single concrete pinners, Freeman, look, it'll do alright, it does the job. I'm happy enough with it. But I think that's alrighty. That's our first sole plate nailed off. Again, I'm not going to bore you with all the rest of them. A lot of them to do. So over and out, I'm putting my radio back on. YouTube, piss off in your friggin', what do you call that? Copyright claims. Yes, can't even listen to music at work or it's a copyright claim. P.S. They're not ours. They're being disposed of very shortly. The environmental crowd up the road is taking them away. Thank God. Sick looking at them. Over and out. Another quick note. See these sole plates? It's very important that these are straight. If they're not straight, when you set your wall up on top and you straighten your wall, they could stick out. At times I've seen them sitting out 1/4 of an inch. This is a major problem when you put your plasterboard on. It kicks the bottom of the plasterboard out. So when that happens, it messes your skirting up, and it means you have to, when you're scribing your skirting, you have to do all off angled instead of a square cut scribe. You have to do measure, you have to do everything, every single scribe separately, and especially me, because I do finished. All my skirting architrave comes pre-finished, so I'm going to want all my walls extremely square, and I'm also going to want these plates that they're not sitting out, so it makes it easier for me to fit my skirting. Yeah, here's a good idea of what I was saying about putting the crook to the inside. This piece here is about as straight as a banana, so I'll show you why it's easier to straighten when it's facing in the ways. Better option would be just to pick the straightest piece of timber to do this. None of it's straight, unfortunately. serious amount of time lost to straighten one piece of timber. But it's now pretty straight and we can nail it up. So we're 3.5 from that side. We are 5.385 on that side. Now, let's see if we're on the money. So, I've just setting out these internal walls. When you're setting out a good internal wall, it's always a good idea check your measurements both ways. So we need to be 3.5 from this wall, so we check the measurement that way, which I've already done up the other side, and you'll see now. There we go, 3.5. There we go, 5.385. There is exactly 1 millimeter in that. I don't care who you are or where you're from, that is perfect. You'll not get much better than that. So that means our house is square, because I've measured from here out 3.5, I've measured from here out 3.5, I've then measured from there out 5 meters 385 to here. I've then measured out from here 5 meters 385, and they're perfectly matching up. So that means our house is perfectly square. Can't argue with that at this stage. So I'm filming that camera. Quick note, I'm going to be nailing this sole plate, but I have 3 doors in this run. Where this wall comes here, I'm going to want to leave 700 millimeters back, 2 foot, what is it, 2 foot 10 inches back, because I want to get wardrobes here. So I'm going to measure back 700 mil for the door, and I'm going to mark the door so as I don't nail the sole plate down, because that gets cut out later. Our bathroom, the door's in the center of this bathroom, so I'm going to mark the center of that. It's getting cut out, and then there's a door just up here where the other side, about 9 inches back from where this room is, so I'm going to mark them out. wee tip that I've done here, I've packed this up 10mm down here onto the line, so as the line won't touch, in case there's any wee hump on the floor here or there, that allows you can nail or go straight to the line without fouling it.